Something a bit different, stepping away from the rumours. DeJean Brown from Derby possibly coming to Walsall, or Michael Mellon, Josh Gordon possibly moving out as well. But let's get on to some fun stuff. Sport Bible, in conjunction with Sky Bet, have had a look at which team of the 92 in the Football League have been hardest done by. Looking at 13 different categories to cover. I'm going to focus mainly on League 2, but we'll include some of the Premier boys as well. Overall table, where Walsall, out the 91 clubs, that's including Carlisle, of course, who just dropped out. Walsall, 45th, so we're right bang in the middle. So not hard done to anywhere near as Southampton, Fleetwood, Carlisle, Crawley. They've had it much worse. The teams that have had it good, as you might guess, Wrexham, Stockport, Chesterfield, Arsenal, Liverpool, Notts County, and Man City. So that's the first few. Just looking at the EFL, hardest done to Southampton, followed by Fleetwood, Reading, Carlisle, Crawley and Accrington. And maybe getting away with things, Wrexham, Stockport, Chesterfield, Notts County, Bolton and Bromley. Right then, what else we got? Miles per point. So who's travelled all the way around the country for little return. Newcastle and Sunderland top the tree for those that are now in the Premier League. Carlisle United, obviously, with what happened to them last season, are right up there. Also Plymouth and Colchester. The easiest ride for points, again, Stockport, Wrexham and Chesterfield. Mansfield get away pretty well on that as well, being central. How many have blown a 2-0 lead? Well, in the Premier League, Villa, Bournemouth, Crystal Palace and Tottenham are the most, with 3. In the AFL, Reading, 5 times they've blown a 2-0 lead. Maybe if we were betting, that's something we could have a look at. I have done a book on gambling and understanding both sides of the gambling world. So if you haven't already, have a look at that. I'll put a link in the description. Second in the AFL, Port Vale, 4. And they've just gone up a division. So if they ever go 2-0 up, that might be time to place a cross bet, perhaps. No, we want to keep out the way of the gambling, don't we? Last minute heartbreak is the next one. Who's conceded a 90th minute winner? Well, the Premier League champions, for throwing it away at the end, is the Wolves. 10 times in the last 5 seasons. Closely followed by Fulham, Manchester United and West Ham. 7 each, but 10 for the Wolves. So last minute concessions are Wolves' thing. In the AFL, Fleetwood, 15 times they've conceded a late goal. Bradford as well, Leighton Orient, Colchester, popular for doing that. The ones that don't let it in, Wrexham, Notts County, Bromley, Stockport, Grimsby, Chesterfield and Accrington. Haunted by an ex-player. How often is it that Walsall, somebody who's played for Walsall before, returns and scores? My perception is that happens a lot. Well, it happens more than it does to any other team in the Premier League. Chelsea were top of the tree with 14. Shrewsbury are the hardest done by. 25 players in the last 5 years have gone back to score against them. Burton Albion, 24. Third, Walsall. My team, Walsall. 19 players have come back and scored against us in the last 5 years. That's bad. Accrington have had it pretty bad as well. So have Bristol Rovers, Carlisle, Swindon. But who's avoided it? Wrexham. Nobody's left Wrexham and gone back to score against them in the last 5 years. Stockport, Harrogate, Chesterfield, Bromley, Barrow. All got out of things quite well so far. Costly errors. This one charts the teams that have made the most errors leading to goals. Chelsea top the tree in the Premier League with 42. Hardest done by in the EFL, previously Premier, Southampton 42. Swansea, Accrington 37. So just give them the ball and wait for them to slip up is perhaps the way to do it. Crawley are high up on the lead as well. And so are Mansfield and Leicester. Least done, Stockport, Bromley, Oxford and Gillingham. Walsall's opponents on Saturday. Gillingham also there, only 13 times. And Walsall 15 times. So we don't get done by costly errors often, which is good, I guess. Away day misery. This one details who loses the most away from home. In the Premier League, the Wolves. Definitely, if you're a gambling person, Wolves away is one to maybe put £1 on. 52 times in the last 5 years. There's a lot of games. That's was it 20 games, 100 games? So half the time. That's not a bad one to go for betting, is it? In the EFL, just coming down from the Premier League doesn't help. Southampton again. They pretty much hard done to, aren't they? Away day misery also for Accrington. Barrow, Bristol Rovers. Obviously, Bristol Rovers have just come down, so that sort of changes things for them a little bit. Shrewsbury as well. Again, they've just got relegated to League Two. Easiest done by. Who doing well away from home? Bromley, Ipswich, Lincoln. Not a lot of League Two clubs there. Just in the bottom 10, it's only Bromley. The fewest points. This is a depressing one, isn't it? In the Premier League last 5 years, the team who've collected the least points is the Wolves. That's a shame. Southampton in the EFL. Shrewsbury are right up there. Burton, they've been struggling in League One for a while, haven't they? Fleetwood, Carlisle, obviously, back-to-back relegations hasn't helped them. Colchester, been struggling down the bottom of League Two for a while as well. Who scored the most points? Bolton, Portsmouth, Ipswich, Leyton Orient, Mansfield, Wickham, Bradford and Salford. Salford have done quite well, haven't they? Right then, next up, the big chances missed. This one's all about the missed chances, the sitters shanked, the penalties skied, and the one-on-ones bottled. Top for missed chances in the Premier League, Everton, 35% big chance conversion. Stoke, biggest bottlers in the EFL. Walsall got them next Tuesday in the Carabao Cup first round. So hopefully we can sort that out. Fleetwood missed a lot of key chances. So do Accrington, Grimsby, Gillingham. Who's the best for putting them away? Chesterfield, Port Vale, Swindon, Reading and Plymouth. Right then, concede just after scoring. Who's famous for that? The Wolves. Top Premier League team for conceding right after scoring. In the FL, top team, Reading, 12 times. Doncaster, Swansea, Swindon, Accrington again. Accrington are in this a lot, aren't they? Southampton. The best for, or the worst for conceding right after. Wrexham again, they're on good form, aren't they? Wrexham flying through the divisions. Chesterfield, again, they're doing really well. Stockport, similar, they're sort of up there. So when they score, getting a goal straight back is going to be tough. Port Vale up there with that as well. Goalless games. Now, I expected to see Gillingham in this because they very low scorers, Gillingham, generally. And they're a good defensive side as well. Goalless games in the Premier League. Burnley, 24. Sunderland, obviously, only just going up, of course, 18. Brighton, 17. Palace, 17. So 0-0 draws. Interesting stats for anybody wanting to place a bet. But bear in mind, this is sponsored by Sky Bet. I'd leave well alone, to be honest. In the AFL, Stevenage, famous for their 0-0s. So are Preston and Exeter. Bradford, don't do too bad on that either. The least goalless games, these are the teams you want to go and see if you want to see goals. Leicester, Wrexham, Southampton, Sheffield and Doncaster Rovers. Right then, most likely to get wet. They just looked at the Premier League for this. That is going to be Manchester United. 7.9 millimetres of rainfall in Manchester United, where Man City was only 5.7. That doesn't make much sense, does it? Right then, we move on. How many times have people hit the woodwork? Premier League, most woodwork hit Manchester City. 92 times they've hit the woodwork, which puts them top of the tree. EFL woodwork specialists are Coventry with 91. Peterborough with 87. West Brom, 86. Best from League 2, Salford, 85. The least, that goes to Bromley. Only hit the woodwork 14 times in 5 years. Chesterfield, Notts County and Wrexham also right in there. So, overall, we got to go Southampton. Southampton are the team that have been the hardest done by. Maybe things will get better for them now they're back in the EFL. Might have a sort of an easier life. But let's just have a look now. Where did we find Accrington? Yeah, Accrington, the 6th hardest done by, and Fleetwood, the 2nd hardest done by of all divisions in the last 5 years. So spare a thought for them. And if you're spilling your tale of woe about things just hasn't gone right for you, if you're from Chesterfield, Notts County, Bromley, you can't really say much, can you? Right then, thanks for watching Walsall Fan TV. We're here generally for Walsall stuff, match previews, match day vlogs, instant reactions, fan chats, and all things Walsall. If you haven't already, like, comment and subscribe, and join the journey, the joy and the pain. Thanks for watching.